Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I say he's worthy to be praised. Yahweh is worthy. He's worthy to be praised. We give all honor and we pay homage on this young, on this day unto Yahweh. For if it had not been for Yahweh, where would we be? Where would we be without Yahweh? Where would we be without his word? But behind every word that is spoken out of a man or a woman's mouth, a child, boy or girl, there still remains a moral obligation to the things that are spoken. To the things that are spoken. We don't understand that we are birthing, we are giving birth to things with different tones and sounds and vibrations. We're birthing things. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening. People walk by sight. A lot of people walk by sight. And it's a shame to say that tragedy had to hit them for them to begin to understand what it is that's going on and what is evolving. Life is forever evolving. Life evolves and life goes on with or without us. Life doesn't need us to go on. We can stay stagnated and we can stay in our zones, and life will continue to just shuffle along and just pass us by. But we must understand that we must begin to encourage ourselves. And when we begin to encourage ourselves, we have a moral obligation to the words that we use to encourage ourselves with. The same words that I use to encourage my children and those that are closely around me are the same words that I have to wake up every morning and be encouraged by. Because I must first be partaker. And so with that being said, that's when I began to understand and to learn what Romans 10 and 9 was really talking about. What salvation was really talking about. A lot of people are striving for salvation in an end time and not knowing they're living in the end time. Their life has an expiration date on it. So they're already living in their end time. Our minds have been so battered, and our minds have been, sit down, boy, sit down. Go ahead. He can't move, but he's going to get in trouble. You got to do all that stuff. Good, son, I don't want you to move around.
I'm coughing, I need to cook my mouth.
So as we continue to move through life, and we continue to say things out of our mouth, then we must learn, we must have, we need more than that, King. We need about 5, 6 of them. We must learn that the things that we are speaking out of our mouths, that they have a compass, there's a compass on those things that we speak. And the compass that we speak is either going to go, it ain't going to go north or south, east or west. That moral compass is either going to be negative or positive. That's all that compass do. That compass turn negative or that compass turn positive. That's all it do. That's all it does. And the positioning of our minds. It's the renewing of our minds. Our minds need to be renewed daily. And that is what the Bible says, that Yahweh, his mercies are renewed daily, because it's your mind that has to be renewed. Your mind has to be regenerated daily. And if we just use words, and there's nothing behind the words that we use. There's nothing behind them. There's no morality, there's no moral obligation, there's no strength, there's no power. They're just words. And Solomon says that they are vanity. Shlomo began to say that they are all vanity. So we begin to understand that in Romans 10:9, confessing with our mouths. Let's look, since you know 10:9 already, look at something else. I want you to turn your Bible to Matthew. Turn into your Bible to Matthew chapter 12. Chapter 12, because there's no moral obligation in relationship, there's no moral obligation in friendship, there's no moral obligation in family. Everybody is falling out and everything is falling apart, and I understand why some people are falling out with family and friends because they have no moral obligation to the things that they have spoken unto you. I understand that. So I'm not saying that it is your fault. But we must understand the underlying things that are going on, that are seen. They are invisible, but they are not invisible. The Bible reads in Matthew chapter 12 and verse 34, the Bible reads that, O generation of vipers, how can you being evil speak good things? For out of the abundance of the mind, the mouth speaketh. Your heart don't speak. This in your chest don't speak. It don't speak. You don't have a brain, not attached. It doesn't speak. If I give you a pacemaker, then what? Your pacemaker, out of the abundance of your pacemaker. I'm just this Bible is metaphor. This Bible is hyperboles, over exaggerations on some things, and they are done that way. They are done that way to protect the integrity of the scripture, and they are done that way so that men can grab it and run with it in error. So that men can run with it in error. So that men and women and boys and girls will know that they do not have the spirit of truth. So that's why people are allowed to operate in error. Why do people get to operate in error? Why do people get to do this? Because that's how you begin to weed out. You begin to weed out what is truly the word of Yahweh. And the Bible says that a good man out of the good treasure of his mind brings forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasure bring forth evil things. Listen, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. A lot of people think that judgment is when you die. For me, judgment is a daily walk for me. Every day I am judged. Every day I'm judged because I carry the spirit, the Ruach of Yahweh. So every day I'm judged. Every day word I'm looking for. Not persecuted. But every day this word, because I'm walking this word out, so this word has a way to convict me. And the word should have a way to convict you when you have a moral obligation to your word. If you don't have a moral obligation to your word that you speak, then ain't nothing going to convict you. Nothing is going to convict you. Nothing is going to come to convict you because you don't have a moral obligation to nothing you speak, which means that anything you speak out your mouth, you don't even believe it. You don't even believe what you say. So if you don't believe what you say, then what weight does that carry in the realm of the unseen? It's a joke. It's a joke. Listen to the book. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by the word thou shalt be condemned. Amen. Say, from by your words. So what is the Bible saying from by your words? Because we're going to need to understand what is the Bible saying, what Romans 10 and 9. Romans 10 and 9 is not about what words you speak out of your mouth. There is no written down words that everybody have to say the same thing verbatim to receive salvation. But I tell you what everyone has to do to receive salvation is they have to begin to live morally by the morals of our Heavenly Father, by the morals of our Creator. Once you say something out your mouth, I'm trained to look at what you carry out. I'm trained to watch what I say, because when I say something, oh, you got to do that. Because I'm morally obligated to do what it is that I said I'm going to do for you, him, her, or anybody. That's why a lot of times I won't say anything, because I know if I open my mouth and I say I'm going to do it, then I have to do it. I have to do it. But it's not about the words that will condemn me. It's my actions. It's my actions that follow the words. We must understand that there is a protocol in the Shamayim. Yahweh has a protocol. So when a man begins to speak something, he begins to speak it. And the words that a man speaks, they are spirit. They are life. So he has spoken life. He has given birth, or she has given birth. That's needed. That's needed. Because now what begins to happen in the spiritual realm is looking for you to bring it into fruition. The spiritual realm is looking for you to bring it into a place that it can begin to be processed, it can begin to manifest, and it can begin to do what? It can begin to work for the good of mankind, in men, in women, in boys and girls, and it will begin to bring them back to the will of Yah. The words will begin to do what? What they begin to do? They begin to bring people back to a remembrance. The thing that we're having to deal with now is a lot of people don't know Torah. They don't know Torah and they don't know Tanakh. But they know that they want salvation. They know they don't want to go to hell. They know they don't want to die and forever be separated. They've heard all the spookism. They've heard the things about what happened to you if you good or if you bad when you die. Everybody's heard that. But I bring the word before you tonight to take away some of the difficulty that is upon you. When you begin to learn truth, and you begin to come in the truth, that truth that you come in at that particular time, you should take that truth and you should begin to implement it in your life. You can't dump a whole bunch of truth on a person and expect them just to, just to change overnight. That's why Romans 10 and 9 can't mean that. Because when the way that people are used in Romans 10 and 9, saying bringing people into salvation, it doesn't work like that, because it is a process, and it is an ongoing process. And what we all are striving for, we are all striving to move in a moral manner that is pleasing to our Heavenly Father. Which why I'm doing this does not mean I'm pointing to the heaven, because we are a card with Yahweh. We are a card. We are one. We are a one. We are the existence of Yahweh. Listen to the book. Verse 37, for by your words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So what is Yeshua saying by your words? Because Yeshua knew that whatever a man spoke, that thing that he spoke, he was legally bound to it. He was legally bound to what he spoke because he knew Torah, he knew Tanakh. Let us look at Ecclesiastes chapter 5. He knew these things. So when you take somebody that knows the Bible, somebody that knows the Bible, I'm not going to teach the Bible like they don't know it. And when you know the Bible back in this era, he's not teaching people who don't know what's going on in this era. A lot of us don't know what was going on in this era, just like the people of the day know what's going on today. Okay? 100 years from now, the people not going to understand what was going on back here in this time, unless they begin to have some type of records, some type of things that they have preserved that people can go back and research. And people can go back and identify with the customs of the people that were in that time, in that era. So understand Yeshua and Shaul are not confused. They're not confused. They know exactly what they're talking about. And you got to realize that they're talking, even though you were dealing with Greeks and you were dealing with Romans, all those people were scholarly, and they had an ideal. They had an ideal of Torah. They had an idea. Their ethnic groups, they had identified with the Torah and Torah. They had seen what Yah had did for the Israelites, for the children of Israel, how he had won many battles, and how he had brought them through 6 captivities, 5 captivities at that time, 6 being AD 70 with Vespasian and Titus. So we must understand that when we're dealing with Scripture, they knew this word. A lot of us don't know the word. We don't know the word. That's why we have teachers and we have preachers. But what Yeshua is saying, that don't let your mouth write a check. Don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash. We used to call that selling wolf tickets when I was growing up. You're selling them wolf tickets and somebody might buy up your wolf tickets. Listen to the book. Listen to Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yah, and be more ready to what? To smile, to hear, to listen, than to give the sacrifice of food. For they consider not that they do evil. So that's the problem that we have. We have in the Cedar in Florida, because y'all Hebraic, every Hebrew come in here, they got something to say. They got something to say while you teach. While you bringing forth a word, they have something to say. No, you don't. Be quiet. When you come in the house of y'all, you listen. If you don't want to come back, then don't come back. But don't come disrupting the service. Because if you was going to TD Jakes or you wouldn't disrupt their service. So when a person comes in a setting like this, for some reason, they think that they can disrupt the service. So listen to what the Bible says. That's why I know how to conduct myself. That's not church etiquette. This is Bible etiquette. I'm going to show you. This is biblical etiquette. The Bible says that when your foot, keep your feet, when thou goest into the house of Yah, and be more ready to hear. Be more ready to hear. And then after you hear, do what Shaul said. Shaul said, look, go search the scripture after what I teach you. Shaul he said, look, go and search the scriptures. Things that I teach you, go and diligently search to see if the things that I have said are true. To see if the things that I have said are true and these things are correct. If these things are not true and not correct, then you can come back later and correct me if they're not true. But you can't correct me sitting in the service and you have not studied to see if these things are correct and true. So the Bible says this. It says, be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice for fools. What's the sacrifice of fools, y'all?
Amen.
Sacrifice of fools is your mouth running. The sacrifice of fools is you speaking. You got something to say. Oh, because you got knowledge. Oh, because you studied this. Oh, because so you got something to say. No, you don't got nothing to say. Because that's the sacrifice of fools. And every time when I go in places, I keep my mouth closed. People like, come on and say something. No, I don't need to say nothing. You said it all. You spoke for an hour and a half. I don't need to come say nothing. What I need to walk up there for? I'm not microphone happy. I'm microphone shy. But I don't need to come say nothing. I used to just stand up and say, I thank y'all. I thank you for being here. And I just thank you, what I'm saying, for y'all being courteous and, so all praise be unto y'all. You done did what needs to be done. Listen to the book. This is edgy. This is Yahweh's edgy. It says, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with your what? Be not rash with your mouth, Romans 10:9. Be not rash with your mouth. Listen, this is where Romans 10:9 was birthed from. It was birthed from this. People looking at this book like the New Testament ain't new. It's a bunch of guys having a conversation about either the Tanakh or the Torah. It's what they're doing. These seven writings were not written. Now listen to the book. Be not rash with thy mouth to let thy mind be hasty to utter anything before Yah. Listen. For Yah is in heaven, in the Shamayim, and thou upon earth, therefore let thy words be few. Let thy word, this is what I was telling you. Listen, Yahweh, because we lie so much, he couldn't just let us think it, because we'd be like, oh, I wasn't thinking it. So what Yahweh do is say, look, y'all speak, I'm going to let y'all speak. Once y'all speak it, it's a bullet. It's like a bullet. Once you shoot a bullet, can you get it back? Once you speak words, can you get them back? No, you can apologize for the things that you say out your mouth. But once you speak words, you cannot get those words back. You can't get them back. This show 10 and this show, I'm still dealing with salvation. I'm still dealing with, a plan of salvation that will work and will not be so difficult. It won't be so difficult. Because what you're trying to do when you get hit with the Romans 10:9, what you're trying to do is you're trying to take on too much. You're trying to put too much on your plate. So once you come in the truth, and this is why I start cutting people off. When we going through this Bible that they say that they love and that they follow, and I go to showing them things in the scriptures that's true, I ain't changed it. And they tell me, oh, so what? I don't care. Your energy, you too heavy for me. You too heavy for me in the spirit realm because I pray. So you too heavy for me in the spirit realm, and then you definitely extra heavy if I lend you my ear. Because everything about you is negative. Your whole aura is negative. It is negative. Because you don't understand that you ain't telling me that you don't care. You telling our Heavenly Father that you don't care to learn His Word. And you don't care to learn His will. So what you're saying is you just going to make your own will up and you're going to go by that. Because you don't understand the Bible. No, that's why the Bible says study to show thyself approved unto who? Unto Yah. That a workman shall not be what? Ashamed, and that he shall what? Rightly divide the word of truth. So I begin to cover people. I don't care who they is, kinfolk, friend, I don't care who they is. I begin to cut people off and begin to ease back. I be glad they cut me off. I be glad they cut me off because I had I was obligated to do something for them as long as I was attached to them. Once they cut that umbilical cord, I'm done. I don't have to do. I'm not morally attached to them anymore. They somebody else. They belong to Yah. Because they're no longer on the inside, they're on the outside. And my Bible says in Ephesians that Yahweh shall judge them that are without. And on the inside am I my brother's keeper. So listen to the book. Listen to the book. Bible says, be not rash, verse 2, with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before Yah, for Yah is in the Shamayim and thou upon the earth. Therefore let thy words be full. So when the Bible says that when Yahweh is in the Shamayim but you on the earth, what is the Bible talking about? See, that's another thing that we think. It's saying that Yahweh is in the Shamayim. It should cause him to think it's mine. He's in the shop. This is where Yahweh's throne is in every man and woman. He said, but you are on earth, or you are of earth. You are of earth. You are of flesh. So it's really telling you that it's really showing you two dimensions. It's showing you spiritual and it's showing you physical. It's showing you carnal and it's showing you spiritual. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. For a dream cometh through the multitude of visions, and a fool's voice is known by multitudes of words. When thou vowest a vow unto Yah, I want you to look at this verse 3 again. For a dream, let's read it this way. For a dream comes through the greatness of a task. That's what a dream comes through. Dreams come through the greatness of a task. That's why you have visions. You have visions because it's a task, and it's a great task. So you need to have that. You need to have that dream. You need to have that vision in order for you to start writing down. So you can have, a lot of people have what I should have. They should have a board where you write down your goals. You should have a board where you write down your short-term goals, long-term goals, weekly goals. All those things, you should have those things, and when you achieve a goal, you cross it out. If you got a board and you ain't got nothing crossed out, then you're not achieving anything that you setting out to do. So once you don't achieve anything you set out to do, you know what begins to set in? Depression. That's why that board is good. Because that board lets you keep real time. It lets you keep real time whether you are living, whether you are going through life like you are living, or whether you're going through life like you're dead. A lot of people go through life like they're dead. I see it every day. They go through life like they're dead. A gentleman the other day I was speaking to, he was salty, he had yearned, and he did everything on himself. And he told me, like, give him a ride. I'm like, can't give you no ride. Can't give you no ride, you. You a mess. I told you earlier, I'd give him a ride earlier. Before he did all that, I told him, man, I'd get you from out of this community, I'd get you from over here. So we have to understand, some people live like they dead, some people live like they living. And if you have ruach, and if you have life in your body, then I believe that you should live according to the will of Yah. And I think you should be happy that you got breath and life in your body, because that was something that Yahweh had placed on me a long time ago. Yahweh told me, he said, when you complain, you short-live the things that I've done for you. So it really doesn't matter what I do for you. Don't matter what I do for you, because sooner or later you're going to get to a place where you're going to complain again. So I learned not to complain, because Yahweh said, listen, why you complaining? Go back and think about all the things that I have already done. And then I'll say, if you don't do nothing else in my life, y'all, you already done did. You already did it when you gave me a shot to return to you through salvation. When you gave me a shot with your word for me to not be a rogue, not be a heathen, or not be a person who just one is a complainer. Thomas was a doubter. Thomas, he wasn't complaining, he was doubting. He had a lot of questions. Is what he had. So when I run these things through my mind, I can't complain because I gotta keep giving y'all praise. You understand me? I gotta keep giving y'all I gotta keep thanking y'all for what y'all did. Up until this point in my life, y'all has done everything that I asked him to do. He's done it. He has done it, and he has even overridden some of the mistakes that I made in life. Even with the mistakes that I've made in life, the mistakes that I had, they were not moral. They were not morally sound, but I'm still here today. I'm here today. See, because I know that the things that I have done, I deserve death, really. And there's a lot more people deserve death for the things they have done. And if we were in our culture and in this book, a lot of us would have been dead the first time we committed, the first time we fornicated, we'd have been dead. According to this book, and very well should be. Because that will uphold integrity in our communities. Ain't nobody trying to scare nobody. You died back then. I ain't trying to scare you. You died. That's what happened. You died. And it was a good thing. If you didn't have sex before you married, you didn't die. Everybody trying to make stuff this bad, that. No, it's not bad. Just do what you're supposed to do morally. And you fine. Because when you do that at this day and age, you start feeling like you're dead anyway. Because of the mistakes that you make. And those mistakes begin to drive us in some very, very deep, dark pits. Very, very deep, dark holes. And many there be that do not find their way out of those holes. I see people smile. I see people laugh. I see people giggle. But inside they're wrecked. Mentally they're wrecked. They're wrecked. And what I do know is this here. Never been a Florida, and I ain't never been one to put on our typical team. And when I'm smiling every day, I'm cheering every day, it's because I should have been dead a long time ago. But I'm still here. I'm still here to see my 10-year-old and my 12-year-old. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here to be in this pulpit tonight. I'm still here to study this word. I'm still here to try again tomorrow. If to try again today, and if I wake up tomorrow to try again tomorrow to be better than I was today. That's your moral obligation. Is that you keep striving to be better than you were yesterday, because nobody has arrived. Nobody has arrived. And when I say nobody has arrived to the point where they can't get better at being better. Nobody has arrived to where they don't need to practice mind control. How to control your mind. How to keep your mind from going into those dark pits and those dark places that are unhealthy. Listen to the book. When thou vowest a vow unto Yah, defer not to pay. Okay? Don't try him. For he have no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast said. Pay that which you have vowed. You don't vow to Yah. Listen. Let's do it this way. When you make a vow unto Yah, you going in the covenant. You're making a covenant. You're making a covenant agreement with Yah. You're making a covenant agreement with Yah. That's what you're making an agreement with. You're making it with Yah. Now watch this here. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay it. So everybody talking about, oh, I believe in my heart, and yada yada this and yada yada that, and this here, and I am saved. You can't be. You can't be without attachments to every word that you speak out your mouth and have a moral, you got to have a moral obligation to the words. Don't you understand that the words don't save you? It's the moral obligation that you have to the words that's going to save you. It's the words, it's the moral obligation that you have to the things that you have spoken out of your mouth, that you should live, because the words that you speak, they are spirit and they are life, and death and life is in the power of the tongue. Why? Because we are debtors. We are debtors to the words that we speak. We are indebted to it. We are indebted to the words that we speak, that we must fulfill these things and bring these things into fruition. If not, why speak them? Because there are 7 deadly plagues, 7 deadly sins that the Bible says y'all in. Boy, look at here. One of them is a lie. That's one. One of them is a, and we say, well, y'all calling a liar. Look, you don't have no moral obligation to what you're saying out your mouth. None whatsoever. Watch this. Listen to the book. Better that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Not pay. What do you mean pay? Pay means that if they're giving away something free, then you don't need no money to get it, right? But if you go into the store and you want to buy something out of Foot Locker, you're going to need some money. You got to pay that, right? Why? Because once you pay it, then you relieve the debt. So I'm going to tell you what people are going to say. This is what they're going to say. I know what they're going to say. Well, the Bible says that, when he went to the tree and he was hung, he paid our debt in full. And this the other part people don't get. Man, listen, he ain't paid your personal debt. He paid the debt for mankind. That's what people don't understand. That's another misrepresentation of the word. No, he ain't paid your individual. No, he ain't paid your individual debt for your sin. Why you keep sinning? He paid a debt for mankind, that mankind will no longer be cut off from y'all, to be done like y'all did in the day of Noah, to destroy all men, because all of that thinking was evil. So the Bible speaks of Yahshua HaMashiach. When he went to the tree, he bridged the gap from sin to salvation. From sin to salvation. So he left nothing for me to pay. You're right, he left nothing for you to pay, but he left something for you to do. People be like, oh, he paid it all. Yes, and when he paid it, he bought you. He bought you lock, stock, and barrel. He didn't just buy your spirit. He didn't just buy your soul. He bought that flesh too. He bought it all. And the flesh is what he wants to see you bring up under a moral subjection to the moral words that you speak out of your mouth. And then that is the sign on the erects for the erects to take notice and the erects to begin to release the provisions of Yahweh. To release the provisions of Yahweh. Because there's a declaration that's going out now. There's a declaration that's going out. There's something being spoken. There's something being broadcast. Something being broadcast. What is in the atmosphere? What is in the unseen? Promises. Promises. The promises of Yah. The promises of Yah are in the unseen realm. And they do come into fruition. I read to y'all all the time, Deuteronomy 30:19. Hey, look, I call him and earth this day. You know what I'm saying? I charge him and earth, call him and earth today, charge him and earth this day. And I said, life and death, good and evil. The promises, those are promises. Those are promises that's in the realm. Those are promises. Listen to this book. Listen to the book. It says, for he have no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou have vowed. Pay that which you have went in the covenant. Well, listen to the book. It says, better Is it that thou shouldest not vow, then that thou shouldest vow and not pay?
Amen.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. See, I just told y'all, Yahweh wants us to speak that mess out of our mouth, or he wants to sign it. If you deaf, your sign language, it's got a voice. But Yahweh wants us to speak it. Why? Let me show it to you. He wants you to speak it because now, guess what? You can't say what you didn't do because you did do it because you spoke it. So Yahweh said, look, okay, I'm telling you, every idle word, I just read y'all, every idle word that come out your mouth, you gonna give an account for it one day. Look to the book. It says that it was an error, wherefore should Yah be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of your hands. And Yahweh destroy the work of your hands. Why? Oh, I love you, Yahweh, I love you, Yahweh, but you living in sin. See, that's why when I never would make that commitment, because I said, man, when I make this commitment, man, I'm not living in no sin. I'm not finna live in no sin. I'm not finna dwell in no sin. I'm not finna do none of that there. When I come this way here, one thing I know I ain't finna be doing, I'm not going to be half-stepping. If you gonna half-step, y'all go out there in the world and half-step. I'm talking to everybody. You go in the world and half-step. Stop playing. Stop playing on Facebook, playing on Instagram, playing on all these social media, Periscope. Stop playing. If you're gonna half-step, just go out there in the world and half-step. Just go and do it. Go out. That's a good place to do it. That's a good place to do it. That's a good place to half-step. You know why? Because the folks out there ain't got no moral. They don't have no moral integrity. No moral integrity. No moral integrity. I love the verse 3 because verse 3 says a dream comes through the greatness of the task, and a fool's voice is known by his many words. Back to verse 7. For in the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also many vanities. But fear thou Yahweh. I fear Yahweh, so I'm not finna say no anything. I'm not finna say no anything out my mouth to Yahweh. I'm not finna, look, I can't say anything I want to say out of my mouth to Yahweh because I get punished while I'm on earth. I get chastised. I get hit upside the head quick. Whatever it is, that's between me and him, but I get mine quick. I get mine real fast. It's like he on earth with me. And you know what? I'd rather get mine now than get mine later. I'd rather Yahweh keep whooping me in the shape now, because there's going to come a time where you can't get whooped in the shape. It's over. You know, I think it's Proverbs, a song, maybe the first chapter. It says, wherever a tree falls, it's talking about death too. It said, whichever way a tree falls to the north, fall to the east, fall to the west. Whichever way it falls, guess what? That's the way it's going to lay. But the Bible is talking about death. So when I fall, as that tree falls, I want to have taken the time that y'all has given me to live morally and to understand what it is to make the words that come out of your mouth have not life, but who bring them into fruition, so that the naysayer and the gainsayer and the agnostic and the atheist and all those that look, that they can see. And that's what Yahweh is doing now. That's what he was doing back in the Torah with Israel. He was making it so people could see, because Yahweh already said it. Look, people walk by sight. What kind of shoes you wear? What kind of clothes you wear? What kind of car you got? Where you live? How many members you got? How big y'all church is? How many seats in y'all church? I heard it all. Oh, what's the name of your congregation? What's the name of your cedar? Oh, you ain't part of no camp? I heard it all. Because people walk by sight and people not People don't walk by. They don't walk by faith. What is faith? Faith is believing that Yahweh knows what's best for you. I'm telling you, I come to make it skinny tonight. That's what faith is. Faith is to have a belief system that Yahweh knows what's best for you. That's what faith is. Faith is, yeah, I know the Bible says. Yeah, I know the Bible says. I know that part too. But this Bible got to be able to make you better. If you taking this book and this book ain't making you no better, you still got a nasty mouth, you the fan, you still doing all the stuff you do. What good the book is then? What good the book is? It ain't that the book no good. It's just that the book can only work if you work it. And if you don't work this book, it's not going to work for you. The book don't work by itself. And you saying Romans 10 and 9, that don't work by itself. Got to have moral obligation behind that. Turn to Numbers 30. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 23. Sleepers. Go to Deuteronomy 23. Go to Deuteronomy 23, verse 21. 23, verse 21. This is some book. When thou shalt vow unto Yah, thou shalt not slack the pay. For Yahweh thy Abba is surely that Yahweh thy Abba will surely require it of thee, and it will be seen, in thee. When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yah, thou shalt not slack, be slow to pay it, for Yahweh thy Abba will surely require it of thee, and it will be seen in thee. You see what that book said? So when you start talking about, you said Romans 10 and 9, you understand me? And you don't have a moral obligation to the vow that you just made, you living in sin. That's what the book just said. You living in sin. And people need to know what living in sin is. It's not keeping the commandments of Yah. That's what living in sin is. And there's only a certain vow that you can vow to Yah that he will accept. Yah don't accept every vow that we make. He don't accept every vow that we make. That's first of all. We saw that with Cain. When Cain brought his offering, he tried to make a vow that you would have, it was unacceptable. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. But if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee. That which is gone out of thy lips, out thy mouth, thou shalt keep and perform. Keep and perform. Start letting people tell you, you say that, when you say Romans 10 and 9, you ain't kept it and you have not performed it. You have not kept it and you have not performed it. Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto Yahweh Abba, which thou hast promised with your what? Promise with your mouth. Ain't playing with Yahweh. Don't play with y'all. Let's look at Psalm 66. Psalm 66. Everybody feeling a little too good in the non-fulfillment of their promises. And I just feel like it's just scary. It's just plain scary. 13 and 14, Psalm 66. I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. I will pay thee my vows, which my lips have uttered, and my mouth has spoken when I was in trouble. So even when you're in distress and you making vows under Yahweh in distress, you are still held, I'm still held to whatever it is that I don't vow. That's why I thank y'all for I thank y'all for Yom Teruah. I thank y'all for Yom Kippur. I thank y'all for Feast of Week, Tabernacle. I thank y'all for the feast days, because he begins to bring back to my remembrance what I vowed unto him. He began to bring those things back when those windows are open. He began to bring those things back that I vowed unto him. And I love it. Because when he brings those things back to me, one thing I know how to do is I know how to get my behind in gear. And I know how to go towards whatever it is that I have spoken, whatever it is I've said, so I can finish that thing and bring it to fruition and bring it to a close. 56 and 11, Psalms. 56 and 11. In Yahweh have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Thy vows are upon me, O Yah. I will render praises unto thee, for thou hast delivered my soul from death. Will not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I will walk before Yah in the light of the living? Why? Verse 12. Thy vows are upon me, O Yah. I will render praise unto thee. Yahweh has vows. This book is a book of wedding vows. Everything in this book brings you into Ikar. It brings you one. It brings you Yusuf with Yah. So when you start taking this book, it cannot do anything besides begin to purge the things out of you that are not morally correct. Ask me how I know. I had so much stuff in me that was not morally correct. And this word began to purge them out. Let the word do the work. Listen, all I did was gave Yahweh my availability. Once I gave Yah my availability, he began to increase my abilities. Nothing of my own. Not because I'm big, not because I'm strong, because I jog, work out, none of that does. Once I gave Yah my availability, and when I say my availability, that's wee hour in the morning availability. That's wee hour in the morning availability. It's heavy. That's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy lifting. Oh man, I remember the days of the watches, being on all the watches, all 4 watches, all eight watches. For some it may be 6, depending on what you're going by. Oh man, I tell you, man, that time right there, it'll never be nothing in my life that could ever top that time where I was getting nurtured and neutered. That time where y'all was feeling me. I was half full and y'all was feeling me. He was bringing me in. He was bringing me through, and he was showing me the way of the realm. He was showing me the way of the spiritual realm. And you know, once you learn something, this is a danger. Once you learn something, you don't have to keep learning it over and over because you know it. And what happens is some people get bored because they know it. So because they know it, it's like a foreman, you know. A foreman in a factory. It may be 15 different jobs in the factory. And that foreman know how to work all 15 stations on that job. So what the foreman do? He don't want to work, man, one of the 15 stations. All he want to do is walk around and tell people what to do. No, you do this and you do that, you do that. So we have to be really careful when we learn what we learn from Yahweh, and we have to stay really on the cutting edge, and what I call the cutting edge is to be on the wave, y'all, on the tip of y'all, to be on that wave of y'all. But the good thing about y'all, I just want to encourage somebody tonight. I know you tired. I know you feel weighted down. But I just come to tell you today, you may feel weighted down and, you may feel like you done took some blows. But I tell you this right here. You Yahweh's testimony. You his testimony. You can't tell nobody how to rob a bank and you never robbed a bank. You can't tell nobody how to steal a car, you never stole a car. Some things in life you have to go through. And some things in life you go through, you don't go through those things for you. You go through those things for a room full of 500 people. You just haven't got to your room full of 500 15-year-old little boys yet. You haven't got to your room full of 300 12-year-old or 15-year-old girls. You haven't gotten there yet, so don't discredit the work that Yahweh began and is performing. And I love this part. The Bible says, and he shall finish it. And he shall finish it. He shall finish it. That work that he started. He shall finish it. So lift your heads up. Lift your heads up. And begin to praise Yah. Begin to praise Yah right now. And just think about where Yah brought you from. What Yah brought you through. And just think about where you're going. Because I tell you, each day you have breath and life in your body. That's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor and a privilege to be on this side of eternity. You know why I say it's an honor and a privilege to be on this side of eternity for me? Because I have a chance every day to impact someone's life. I have a chance to impact one person's life. I know at least one person's life every day. And as I was walking in the sanctuary with something else that God had given me, and it was being kind. Being kind to one another, being kind to people. And Yahweh said this, he said, although people may take your kindness for weakness, keep being kind, son. Keep being kind. Although people may take your kindness for weakness, keep being kind. Keep being kind. Because one thing I learned about this walk is most everybody have a wall built up. Mostly everybody, not everybody. People try so hard to get down, beat your wall down, get behind your wall. But my thing is, when you get behind the wall, what you gonna do? Are you gonna build me up or build that person up, or are you gonna tear that person down? It don't make sense to get behind a wall that somebody built to destroy. You're wasting your time. You're wasting their time and your time. The only reason you need to get behind that wall is to help them build and to help them fortify. So I just want to tell y'all, keep being kind. Keep being kind to one another. No matter what the world is administering, no matter what the world is doing, we're not going to be judged by the world or according to the world. We're not going to be judged by that. Come on, let's go a little farther. Revelation 14 and 13. Revelation 14 and 13. And we're just going to walk our way out of this. Put your heads up, people. It ain't over. Some people living like it's over. Some people living like the curtains done closed. I come to say, listen, the fat lady haven't sang yet. Curtain ain't closed, the fat lady ain't sang. Fat lady ain't sang. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in Yah from henceforth. Yes, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. Their deeds do follow them. Their deeds. This is what I had to work on. I had to work on my deeds. I had to work on my works because my works do follow me. Because salvation would incline one to believe that salvation is the only purpose of it is to die in Yah, is to die in the Heavenly Father. Well, how do you die in the Heavenly Father? How do you die in Him? How do you die? You die in Him through the Word, because you must, listen, you must die in Him, because you have to, first you got to die to the flesh, you got to die to the world. You can't die to the world first, you got to die to the flesh. First, the flesh got to die first. Then once the flesh dies, you can die to the world. You can't die to the world in the flesh full fledged. You can't do it. I tried it. I tried to die to the world. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people try to die to the world, and then they wind up right back in the world doing the same thing they were doing, because they did not understand that in order to die to my flesh, I have to have a moral obligation to the word that I spoke out my mouth. So all the words that I prayed, all the things I prayed, all the things I said, I got to have a moral obligation to what I said. Yahweh don't have to have a moral obligation. See, we saying stuff out of our mouth, and we want Yahweh to have a moral obligation to what we say. Incorrect. Yahweh does not have to be compliant with our will. We have to be compliant unto His will. And people think because they pray, okay, Yahweh obligated. Now, no, He's not obligated. No, He's not obligated. He's not obligated. He's not obligated to do nothing. You should be walking in enough power to the word that you spoke, their spirit and their life, and they start to perform what you spoke. The word that you spoke, it don't return unto you void. Why? Because we one with Yah. So the word that I speak on somebody's life, when that word go, it should not return void. It should not return void. Now, the word that you speak, is it going to turn around in one day or 1 week? Maybe. Maybe longer. Maybe a year. Maybe 10 years. Maybe 20 years. I tell people all the time, like the counsel, people married, I'll be like, listen, that man right there, he ain't going to be no good man until about 20 years from now. About 20 years. You got 20 years to wait on him? Because in 20 years, he's going to make somebody a real good husband. In 20 years, in 15 years, she's going to make somebody a real good wife. But up until the 15-year mark, up until that time, he and she ain't going to be no earthly good. Whoever they're with, they're going to give them pure, they're going to give them pure hell. They're going to give them pure hell. But after the 20 years, that man gonna be one of the best men in the world, and that woman gonna be one of the best women in the world. But this is the part I love about y'all. Both of them gonna burn down so many bridges. They're gonna burn down so many bridges. To the ones who labor and the ones who with them, they probably never even get to see it. They probably never even get to see it. You know why they probably never get to see it? Because they probably take credit for what's being done. That's why y'all say I ain't gonna let you see it. Because I ain't gonna share my glory with no man. I'm gonna share my glory with no man. Come on, Matthew 25. Matthew 25. Come on, Matthew 25. Matthew 25. Matthew 12, see? Matthew 12 and 25. 12:25. And Yeshua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. When you say words out your mouth and you have no moral obligation to those words, you are divided against yourself. You have just divided, you have just brought a schism between spirit and flesh. Because the spirit must rise above the flesh. Because the flesh is never going to agree with the spirit. Look, apostle, pray, whatever. Look, flesh want to do what flesh want to do. That's what flesh want to do. You ain't going through nothing. I don't need nobody else doing flesh want to do what flesh want to do. And it take a lifetime if you don't start early to get flesh. Go to Galatians chapter 6. To get flesh to do what flesh should do. And flesh should mind the spirit. That's what flesh should do. Flesh do not have no agenda. Flesh don't have no agenda. Flesh don't even do the stuff that flesh do, it don't even do it out of reason. It don't even have a reason for doing it. It don't even have a reason for doing it. Let's see. Galatians 6. Listen, in closing. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, verse 8. Be not deceived.
All right.
Yahweh is not mocked.
All right now.
For whatsoever man soweth,
That's how you read.
that shall he also be. So how do you sow stuff?
Amen.
You sow with your mouth. You sow with your mouth, you reap with your tongue. You sow with your mouth, and your tongue is a sickle. Your tongue is like a sickle. Y'all ain't getting that. Y'all ain't getting that. We done walk through this whole thing. You sow with your mouth, tones and vibrations. And that tongue is a sickle. That tongue is a sickle. That tongue is how you reap with that tongue. You sow with your mouth, you reaping with your tongue. A lot of people ain't gonna get that. I want to separate the two. I want to separate those two. It's the stigmachine identity marker, because I can make sounds without moving my tongue. Okay, I can make tones, sounds, I can make murmurs, I can make all kinds of tones and vibrations with my mouth closed, not even open. So listen to the book. Listen what the Bible says. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Women, be careful how you treat your husband. Husband, be careful how you treat your wife.
Amen.
Fiancés, those that are espoused and those that are engaged, be careful how y'all treat one another. Men, be careful how you treat men no matter what color. Women, be careful how you treat other women no matter what color. People, be careful how you treat people. For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the spirit shall the spirit reap life everlasting. This is how you get it, folks. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. We should reap if we faint not, people. We should reap if we faint not. But I tell you this, as we will close, and Yochanan 6 and 63, Yahshua was speaking. No, it wasn't Yahshua, it was Yochanan. Let me go down. Let me go to Yochanan 6 and 63. Yochanan speaking. Was it Yeshua that Yochanan is quoting? And I think it is Yeshua. And the Bible says, 63, it is the spirit that quickens, the flesh profits nothing. Well, the flesh profits nothing. The word that I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life. But that be all some of you that believe not. For Yeshua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. And I love this. And he said, therefore say I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him. Except it were given unto him of my heart, of my Father. No man can come except it were given. That's a deep verse. That's a whole study in itself. But salvation is not easy, people. Salvation is not easy. Salvation is unlearning what you have learned, a lot of it. Salvation is through trial and error. Salvation is through tribulation, being perplexed. Salvation comes through a multitude of things in this life. And at the end of the day, salvation is through having a moral obligation to the words that you speak out of your mouth. Having a moral double standard moral obligation to the things that you say to our Heavenly Father. And with that said, we say unto you, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder said it right. Elder said it right.